Architecture to many people is just a building, a series of buildings, or basically just a commercial building, skyscraper. But what these forerunners in the architecture did is they did more than just develop houses or buildings. They developed ideas that are still used today. And the person I'm going to talk to you today about is Le Corbusier, and he was a French architect that his architecture is referenced a lot in books for his houses and for his futuristic thinking when he was in the 1920s. The main point that I want to be touching on about who he was and what his main influence was the 5 points of architecture that he put forward into all the books, into everyone's thinking, and is still referenced today in all the houses and buildings that you see today. Maybe not all 5 points, but there are 2, maybe 3 points. Le Corbusier was an urban designer, a painter, a writer, and an architect. He first started out with paintings that were very abstract, paintings of things of like a spoon and a car or something so simple, almost like Van Gogh, where he would manipulate things into what he wanted to do. But he was greatly influenced and by his art and his writing. He was a poet, and the way the modern architecture is seen is thanks to him and a few other guys. But mainly, he was the one that pushed everything forward. And his 5 points of architecture are basically not rules or guidelines, but they're just his thinking of what a building should be. So the first one is the building should be raised on pilotis. It shouldn't be on the ground floor. It should be raised up. The ground floor should just be for moving in and out, and that's it. The next one is the open floor plan, which I do have in my house, and a lot of other houses have that, where you don't have to have a wall between the kitchen and the living room, or a wall between like going to the outside or going to the patio. It would just be an open floor plan to move through freely without having to open a door. The next one was the free facade. This one a lot of people are really confused about, because the facade of the building is the side, so the free facade means that non-supporting walls could be designed however the architect wanted. So all the outside walls were not supporting anything. They're all just decorative. So you could open them, you can close them, you can do whatever you want. They're not going to be supporting any of the heavy load of the building. That would be done by all the walls inside. And then the horizontal windows are the ones that cut along the facade, the length of the facade. So it's just a long open window that you can have so to open and close, and there's no interruptions. There's like no wall breaks, there's nothing. It's just a long window across. And the last one is the roof garden. The roof garden is to serve as a domestic purpose and also providing protection to the concrete roof. So this means that it's you can use the roof as an actual gathering place also, like another living room, but then it's also protecting the concrete from all the rain, all the snow, all the hail, everything. It's like almost like another buffer to the actual house. And the one building that is really personified by all these points is his Villa Savoye in France. And this Villa Savoye is an all-white building with all 5 points of architecture, and everyone goes to go see it. It has been vandalized, and it has been refurbished a bit just because of all the years of wear and tear, but this is the main example of his 5 points of architecture. It's a long horizontal building. It's just a square raised up on the pilotis, has a roof garden. The facades are not supporting anything, so it's all just one free facade with horizontal windows running along each of the 4 facades. And then it has the open floor plan with a circular staircase. And I also believe that this this man has also influenced not only his generation, but also everyone's generation to come after that, because he's always mentioned in the history books as this is one of the greatest points of architecture. This is the guy that developed everything. Granted, there are other people that did other 5 points of architecture, but he is the one that we study the most because of all his doings and what he aspired to do with his architecture. Thank you.